The camera opens on a crowded corporate lobby, the kind of place where polished marble floors and high-end suits announce power. But in the middle of that shiny world stands a man who doesn't belong, at least that's what everyone thinks. His jacket is worn, his shoes scuffed, and his hair streaked with gray. A few young interns nudge each other, whispering and laughing under their breath. Who invited him? One of them snickers. But the man, a single-dad veteran named Daniel, just stands quietly, holding a small wooden chessboard tucked under his arm. If you're watching this, don't scroll yet. Because what happens next will leave you speechless, just like it did the CEO who thought he was the smartest man in the room. Stick around to the end, and if stories of courage, heart, and unexpected genius inspire you, make sure to like this video and subscribe. This one's going to hit home. Daniel was invited to the company's Strategic Brilliance Challenge, a charity event where the top executives played chess matches to raise funds for a local orphanage. He wasn't supposed to be there. He was just a janitor at the firm, working nights to support his daughter Emily after losing his wife in an accident 3 years ago. The CEO, Mr. Dalton, had once found Daniel cleaning the conference room and laughed when he saw the chessboard he carried everywhere. "That's not going to clean the floor, soldier," Dalton had joked. Daniel just smiled politely. "No sir, it just helps me think." So when a board member suggested letting Daniel play, for fun, everyone laughed. "Sure, let the janitor play around," they said, chuckling. "Maybe he'll mop the board clean." But Daniel didn't flinch. He simply placed his old, carved chess set on the table, its edges worn smooth by time and memory. What they didn't know was that Daniel wasn't just a man who loved chess. He was once a military strategist, a field tactician who had planned rescue operations under enemy fire. Chess wasn't a game to him, it was survival, logic, and patience all wrapped into 64 squares. The CEO sat across from him, grinning smugly. "Let's make this quick, soldier. Some of us have companies to run." Daniel just nodded. "Understood, sir." The first few moves were quiet. The room murmured with laughter as Daniel sacrificed a night early. "He doesn't even know what he's doing," someone said. But then, the rhythm changed. The CEO's confident smirk faded. Daniel's eyes sharpened, hands steady, each move deliberate, each trap invisible until it was too late. Pawns advanced with surgical precision, and within 15 minutes, Dalton's pieces were collapsing like a sandcastle in a storm. The laughter stopped. The interns leaned forward. Even the security guards by the door forgot to breathe. Daniel's final move, Queen to G7, checkmate, echoed like thunder in the silent room. The CEO blinked, staring at the board. "How did you?" he whispered. Daniel just smiled gently. "Same way I survived the war, sir. I learned to see the board long before anyone else could." Dalton stood up, face pale, but then something unexpected happened. He clapped, slow, deliberate. "You played like a general," he admitted. "Where did you learn that?" Daniel took a deep breath, his voice soft. "In Afghanistan. We played chess between missions. It taught us patience, taught us to think before reacting. My captain used to say, every piece has a purpose, even the weakest pawn. Kind of like people, sir. Sometimes you just need to see their value before dismissing them." The room fell silent again, this time with respect. The same people who mocked him moments ago now looked at him differently, not as a janitor, but as a man who'd seen more battles than any of them ever would. Dalton stepped forward. "Mr. Daniel, how would you like to run our new leadership strategy program?" he said with a humbled tone. "We could use a mind like yours." Daniel hesitated, then smiled. "I'll help, sir, but on one condition. The money from this event goes to the orphanage. My daughter and I have all we need." Applause erupted. Emily, standing at the back, wiped a tear and whispered, "That's my dad." The next day, the company headlines read, "Janitor defeats CEO in strategic showdown, teaches everyone a lesson in respect." But for Daniel, it wasn't about fame. That night, as he and Emily sat at their small kitchen table, playing chess with hot cocoa beside them, he smiled and said, "Remember, sweetheart, life's just like this board. People may laugh at your position, but the game's not over until you make your move." Emily nodded, her little hand moving a pawn forward. "Then I'll be brave, Dad." He smiled, eyes glistening. "That's my girl. And if you're watching right now, remember this, No matter how others see you, your value isn't defined by titles, clothes, or wealth, it's defined by the heart and the strategy you bring to life.